Good morning. We are leaving Mollies Ridge Shelter. The shelter was full. We got in last night, and so we slept in the tent and put it up. It rained and wind blew all night long. We stayed dry. The tent is very wet. We are headed down to Fontana Dam, where our friend's going to pick us up, and we're going to go to Gatlinburg. We're going to zero tomorrow, so we got to get everything cleaned up and dried out from last night. So, but we stayed fairly dry, and so we are going to be hiking in the rain. It's supposed to start thunderstorming this afternoon and thunderstorm all day tomorrow. That's why we're taking a zero. We knew that was coming. So anyway, we will see you down the trail. It's not raining right now. It's just kind of, drops, water falling off the trees, and the wind's still blowing. So we are hiking out of here. We'll see you down the trail.
Good morning, family, friends, and neighbors. Well, we knew this rain was coming, and our plan is going pretty well. That's one of the reasons we decided to flip-flop the trail in the Smokies and start at Newfound and go southbound, because we wanted to have this be going down into Fontana where their views aren't many. Instead, if we'd gone the other way, northbound from Fontana to Newfound, we would have been up at Klingman's and all that right now. Wouldn't have had any views. So that worked out well. And it's not really raining. It's just dripping off the trees and stuff. But as you can see, it's foggy as it can be. It's beautiful out here. Temperatures are nice. It's probably around 50 something. It's not cold. The wind is not blowing down here. Up there at the Mollies Ridge Shelter, it was blowing all night, but it wasn't anything out of hand. And we stayed dry. The shelter, as you probably heard, was full. I think we mentioned that earlier. But there must have been 25 people in there. But anyway, we are making our way to Fontana Dam. We mostly downhill, but of course there'll be some ups. Hill climbs coming up here. But beautiful morning. And we'll check in with you guys later, as long as it doesn't start pouring rain and I can video. All right. It's about 11:30, and we are halfway through with our 11-mile hike. So we've gone 5.6 miles so far. As you can see, it's still pretty much the same weather. It hasn't really rained. It's just been a lot of we're kind of in a cloud per se, fog, mist. So it's damp air, plus there's some most of the raindrops we encounter blowing off the trees from being wet, leaves. So we get a little bit of that, but it hasn't really rained yet. We'll see if it does. Hopefully it won't before we get back. So halfway done with our day, which is good, and it's been pretty nice so far. So let's see what happens as we go on a real beautiful section of trail here. As you can see, it's pretty out here. Temperatures are pleasant. All right, it looks like we're about ready to start another little climb, so I'll put the phone up. We'll check in later. making our way downhill mostly, but we got a couple of little climbs in here. This is one of them, but it's a pretty neat little spot. You can see it's foggy and cloudy, and it is raining a little bit now that we've dropped down in elevation. So we've kind of been up in the cloud all day, and now we've started to drop down and sprinkling a little bit here. So we'll see if we can make it without putting on too much rain gear, but we're still making our way. We got about four miles to go to get down to the Fontana Dam. So looking forward to that, and going in and to Gatlinburg, getting some food. This would be a really nice view if it wasn't socked in, but it's kind of neat. All right, we're off like a herd of turtles. See if we can get down here before it gets us too wet. We'll check in at the bottom, or maybe before. All right, talk to you later.
Yeah, as we've been hiking, we've noticed all the flowers are starting to bloom, spring flowers, even though it's middle of May. But starting to see a lot of color, and everything's so green. Oh, there's some mountain laurel starting to bloom too, right there. I guess we're getting down lower, so lots of wildflowers and stuff along the path, along the trail. Just little small ones, but oh, and it smells so good out here. There's that. It's just, and with the rain, everything's just really green and lush, and the trail just kind of goes through this greenery. It's really pretty.
All right, it's about 2 o'clock-ish, and we've made it down to the drop box for the deposit for the permits. So we're sticking ours in, although it's kind of a little bit backwards-ish because we're flip-flopping. We would have, normally if we were northbound, we would have come to this and then gone through northbound, but since we flip-flopped, we're putting that in the start point, and then we'll put the other one when we go out from the north side. So anyway, we made it through 41 miles of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and now we got to walk, kind of a road walk, I think, across the dam, and we'll be back where we had left off to tie that in, and we've hiked a little over 200 miles since we left Springer. It puts us at about 460-ish miles that we've hiked now, total, since October on the AT. So, nice little day, wasn't too rainy, but just drippy. And we're heading on out, but we will probably do another video in a minute when we get to the dam and stuff. All right, talk to you later.
All right, so we came out of the woods, put our permit in, and now we've got a road walk. We'll walk across the dam. So right now we're just walking. There's Brent.
Sports fan.
All right. We'll video some more when we get to the dam.
Okie doke, we have made it. We're walking across the Fontana Lake Dam, and I can see the visitor center right there. That's where we're going to be picked up. There's the powerhouse down there. Really pretty river coming out of there. Little Tennessee River, I believe. So walking across the big dam here, and we're heading into the visitor center, which is right here on the other side. So as soon as we cross over there, we will have tied our footsteps back together. That's where we had left off from when we came through in early April. All right, we will check in later. That was a nice 11-mile hike. Nothing to complain about. It was a misty, rainy, drippy, foggy, but probably up around 57, 58 degrees. It's probably in the 60s down here, but it wasn't cold, so that was good. Anyway, it was a good day to end on this section. We're going into Gatlinburg, and tomorrow is supposed to be a heavy chance of big thunderstorms through here, so we'll take tomorrow off. Plan to go back to Newfound Gap on Thursday and try to knock out the remaining 30 plus miles in the Smokies by next weekend. All right.